Right, folks. Given DJ's usually apocalyptic timing, we're just going to start without him because we don't need him for a little bit. Welcome everybody who decided to turn up for today. It's absolutely brilliant to see so many people here. Thank you so much for coming and joining us as we ramble on for 20 minutes or so. Couple of quick things to get you guys started with. We're currently sitting on 561 members, so thank you guys so much for being awesome yet again. We are growing at a reasonable rate. We're doing incredibly well, so guys, if you've got friends and stuff who want to come along, obviously let them know. We're not just a game server, we are a community as well, so even people who don't play on the servers are more than welcome to come and chill out and hang out and stuff as well, so keep that in mind with friends and stuff. Even if they don't play our games, they're more than welcome to come and say hi. Thank you, massive thank you to all of our supporters who are helping us to actually keep the servers running. Without you guys, WNG wouldn't exist. We simply would have had to close the servers down and call it a day. It just wouldn't happen without you, so thank you so much. For those of you who do want to support us and keep the servers running, that kind of stuff, there's a link in general chat in the next few minutes on exactly what our supporter packs are for the 3, soon to be 4 games that we support, and how exactly you can help us and what you get in return for that as well. Excellent. With regards to Arc, guys, the new Decay system has gone live with great success. We've had one problem with somebody we weren't able to get in contact with before it went live, unfortunately, but I believe that's been sorted now, so that's excellent. You guys have been voting for the servers as well, which is a massive deal for us. It means that there's a lot more exposure for the servers as well, so thank you so much for that. For those of you who don't know, with the server voting, if you vote for the server, it looks better and appears more frequently on ranking sites and that kind of thing as well, so it means that more people see us, more people get the chance to try our version of the games, and obviously we end up with more people to play games with as well. There's instructions in the FAQ sections on Discord and also in game on how to vote for the servers, and there are rewards for that as well, to say thank you to you guys for voting for us on that one. Updates are still coming through thick and fast. They are starting to slow down now that everybody's stopped panicking, but there are still a lot of restarts to the servers, so please remember, if you're on a server and it has a 15-minute timer, if everyone logs off it'll restart faster, and it means it doesn't take us 150 minutes to restart 10 servers, which is always a pain when a second update comes in and we have to start all over again. Excellent. DJ, have you returned from the oven?
I have indeed.
Lovely. Over to you, buddy.
How about a lovely big plate of food here that's waiting to be eaten?
It's going to go cold. Hurry up.
Yes, indeed it will.
Far away.
So I'm going to go into a little bit of detail about the Decay system and how it works so that everybody understands it. The first thing is empty tribes. If you leave a tribe and there is nobody in that tribe for 2 days, all of that tribe's assets will be decayed. There is no way around that. You have to join back to the tribe, but you'll only be able to do that with administrative help to force you into the tribe. So be careful when leaving tribes. Unclaimed dinos and tames. Any unclaimed dino that is over 30 minutes old and hasn't been claimed, every hour the system will go around the servers and it will clean them up. So people who leave stuff breeding and their base is brought out of status by somebody walking past, dinos pop out, they sit there, they will get cleaned up automatically. I expect this particular thing to become kind of a thing of the past, because we've, based on all the logs that we're seeing and how many dinos are being cleaned up by this process for people just leaving stuff on breeding and not actually dealing with it, we've had to make the decision that if a tribe is offline for 30 minutes or more, their breeding for their dinos will be disabled. You'll have to switch them back on when you come back online, simply because the amount of unattended and unmanaged breeding on the servers is quite phenomenal. We're talking hundreds of dinos popping out every hour, spawning and then having to be cleaned up because there's nobody around to claim them, or a soul trap is full, that kind of stuff. As for actual active tribes and decay times, Default decay time is 7 days. So if nobody logs into a tribe for 7 days, all their stuff will be decayed. Dinos, buildings, and players as well. This is a new thing. So those corpses you see floating around the map, for people who haven't logged in ages, they will start disappearing, if not already. Link your game to Discord, you get 14 days decay time. Gamma supporters get 21, Beta get 28, and Alphas get 365 days of totally fine bases and people. So that's kind of that. There is a second part to Decay coming, but that probably won't be for a couple of weeks. And that's because I need to fine tune the system. And that's going to be about clearing up unused satellite bases. So all the crap that people leave around the maps, like the odd campfire here and a few foundations there, or a trap that hasn't been used for a couple of days, that kind of stuff will start being cleared up. But I'll post more detail on that as we get closer to rolling that one out. The reason for all of this is really quite simple. Most of the lag that people see when they play on servers is due to the size of the save file. The save file for somewhere like Scorched Earth, which has a couple of tribes on it and is fairly pristine, is about 40 megabytes. The save file for Crystal Isles is about 300, and Genesis is already up in that area as well. And because of the way Arc is written, every time the server needs to save some data to the save file, it cannot write or read to that save file for any other operation. So while it is writing the save, everything is paused on the server. With a 40 meg save file, nobody ever notices, but when you start getting up into the hundreds of megabytes, even a half-second pause is noticed, because you then, once the save is completed, the server starts running again, and you are immediately put back to where you were when the save started, which is the rubber band effect. Unfortunately, it's the same with all busy servers. There's no way around it, except for our solution. We have a phenomenal amount of RAM on all of our servers, 128 gigabytes to be precise. So we are going to start storing the Arc save files in the RAM rather than on NVMe drives. So the saves should, for all intents and purposes, be instantaneous. There's a lot of work and a lot of config to do to get this to work, because with RAM drives, when you turn the computer off, everything in the RAM drive disappears. So we have to ensure that all the data is copied back to the drives before we perform any kind of hardware shutdown, and it's all backed up appropriately. We are going to go live with that tomorrow on the most densely populated servers. We've already tested it on a couple, and it seems to work exceptionally well. So we'll roll it out to probably Genesis and CI tomorrow, and keep a very close eye on it. Other changes to Arc include cloning costs. Now, previously, we were of the mind that you should be able to clone pretty much anything if you want to put the time into it. However, as time has gone by and more people have joined the server, we have had other opinions on that. Mainly the cloning costs maxing out at the capacity of the cloning chamber, but then not providing an accurate time for the clone to complete until you've actually started it and you've lost all your element. So it's possible to clone something for 600 element shards, 6,000 element shards, sorry, and it could take months to complete. So what we've actually done is allowed the cloning cost to go over the capacity of the cloning chamber, which means you will not be able to clone anything now that takes over a couple of weeks to clone. Simply to stop people losing element and to reduce the support queries coming in. There's really no other way of doing that one, unfortunately. Offline breeding, touched on that briefly already. The offline breeding works per tribe. So even if somebody walks past your base, it will not activate the breeding or refresh your offline timer. So it's per tribe. Server crashes. Now this is an important one. Had quite a few crashes over the last few days on various maps, and um, before it became public knowledge, we managed to narrow it down to vanilla dedicated storage. Manually pushing resources from a Strider to vanilla dedicated storage would cause an immediate server hang and then a subsequent crash. It's a vanilla Arc problem. We tested it on our test servers with vanilla installs, with mods, without mods, with plugins, without plugins, all possible combinations and configs. And every time it causes a crash. So we've had to disable the placement of vanilla dedicated storage. I do have a plan to destroy all the vanilla dedicated storage, the existing stuff that is on the map. And that may happen over the next week or so. However, I need to figure out a way of doing it without actually crashing the servers. And to answer Lolly's question, yes, S Plus are fine because you can't push from a Strider to S Plus. Yes, and to answer Meltman's question, there's a Discord for Arc server owners. It has now come public on that Discord, and yes, people's servers are crashing left, right, and center because of this. So yeah, it's a known issue. So hopefully Wildcard will address it very soon because it's quite serious. So what I'm going to ask for is people's help on this one. Vanilla dedicated storage. Ideally, I don't want to have to run the server-side commands to destroy it all, because when I destroy it, anything in it goes on the ground, and if that's a large amount of stuff, there's potential to crash the server there as well, and not actually destroy the storage, because then it rolls back a few minutes and the storage is back in existence. So I'm asking everybody to please remove vanilla dedicated storage. Just pick it up and convert it back to S+. Once you've picked it up, you will not be able to place it again. So yeah, just help us out with that one, please. Because potentially it's still possible for people to crash the server if they still have the storage placed. So I'm hoping nobody would do that deliberately, but you can't rule it out. The last bit to update on Arc is elements. Now, quite a while ago, we used to have compressed element and then two kinds of conversion for it. One would do a 5:1 conversion ratio, and one would give you a 1:1 conversion ratio at 105 and 155. Now, it wasn't very convenient because you had to lug around this compressed element with you, transfer it across Arc and all that stuff. So we tried to make it easier so that you could have an element that you could carry around with you and just use it as soon as you arrived. Unfortunately, because of that, you had two types of elements, and Arc does not play well with two resources that are identical. And we had issues with the autocrafters, we had issues with dedicated storage, and it's just a real pain and caused people to lose their elements, and also allowed people who hadn't worked up to level 155 to convert it on a 1:1 ratio. The reason we have a lossy conversion is because element is so abundant now. We need some way of kind of controlling that amount of resource in the game, or some way of bringing the amounts down, because it's eventually becoming just worthless. Okay, Melton's got a question. What is wrong with the old system? New system is too tiring. Well, actually, the system we have in now is the old system. The new system was broken in many ways. And even though it made things much more convenient, it caused loss, it caused confusion, and generally it was just not a good experience. So now you can carry around the compressed element, you can convert it back to element in your inventory, and the crafting time on that is 0.1 seconds. It also plays well with autocrafters, for instant conversion. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the stuff we've got for Ark at the moment. So that moves on to Minecraft.
Lovely. In that case, guys, I'm going to tell you everything I know about Minecraft. Nani?
Yeah, okay. Short one this week for Minecraft, which is a really, really cool thing. It seems that things are settling down. I've not seen any issues going on with lag or speed issues, anything like that. I've not had any complaints from the Sevtech Ages guys who are playing. If you have got any issues, again, please use the support channel and let us know what's going on with that. Thank you, Fred. Skyblock is now open for everyone to try. The address is on the website where the Sevtech address is. So you go to WickedNinjaGames.com to the Minecraft section, and I think it's called server addresses and info, something like that. So that's on there. Where are we? Continuing to monitor performance on both of the servers. We'll probably be doing that for the next couple of weeks, keeping an eye on things, a bit of tuning if it's needed. And then we're going to go on to phase 2, which is going to include more development to the server infrastructure. We're possibly going to play with some bungee cord, see if we can get a lobby server in there, and prepare for, if we have enough players at this point, a possible new Minecraft experience. I think that's it for this week for Minecraft. Keep it short and sweet, and just report anything. Tom?
Awesome, thank you very much. It's very, very nice to not have to spend 10 minutes explaining all the problems we've got with Minecraft and why people need to stop causing them. It's brilliant news. Thanks very much for that. On to 7 days, guys. The current season 7 days ends tomorrow. We have some absolute runaway winners in first and second place, with Mr. Carroll in first with 20,000 zombie killers on the nose. He clearly has nothing better to do. And X3M quite a long way behind him on 4,300 kills there. Painter in third place with 1,800 at the moment. Again, guys, there's still time to get things changing, but I can't see a great deal of movement on first place on that one. But I'd love for you to prove us wrong there. The new season is starting on Friday, as everybody knows. It's going to be a slightly longer season, running from Friday the 2nd of July all the way through to Wednesday the 4th of August. It'll be a 5-week season rather than a 4-week, just with it being a few short seasons in a row. The Season 4 prizes have been announced. First place prize for Season 4 is going to be a Fire 8 tablet from Amazon. Second place is going to be a 3rd generation Alexa Echo Dot. And third place is going to be one of our wonderful Alice t-shirts as well on that one. So definitely well worth going and at least trying to get those, guys. I want an Alice t-shirt. I've been paid. I might have an Alice t-shirt. I might have an Alice t-shirt. The new Horde base and new bunker are ready to go. They are literally sitting waiting to get plugged into the map at the moment. And we have some other big news about 7 Days to Die. Back to Nani.
Thank you. Right, we've been having some issues with the server manager software for a wee while now. It's like every month becomes like a sticky tape and blue tack situation. So we're doing a massive overhaul of the server manager software and the hardware that it sits on. We've purchased a new web server to complement the 7 Days infrastructure. This is going to house the new server manager going forward, and is going to enable us to better control how things play, things we can customize, the whole experience you guys are going to get. We're going to be retiring the old system, which ran on something called Rat. He's been a loyal little rat, but he's ready for the knackers yard now, and we're going to have him put to sleep. And we're going to be adopting, for any of you who know anything about the back end of stuff, we're going for a CSMM and a CPM combo. So hopefully cool things coming.
Yeah, and with any luck, hopefully, if Nani and I can hold our breaths and not breathe for long enough, it might be coming by Friday. We are about to put our noses to the grindstone tonight, tomorrow, and Friday, and see if we can get that ready for you guys. If we can't, the season will start as normal with Rat. We'll put it in for Season 5, but if we can, we'll have that ready for Friday evening for you guys to get on and have a look at the new map with the new server manager as well. On top of that one, guys, Alpha 20 is still looming over us. We still don't know when it's coming. All we know is it's soon, TM. And as soon as we know, we'll let you guys know as well. Brilliant. Does anybody have any questions or anything they'd like to add before we go?
Of course I do.
Of course you do. It's DJ.
The other thing for season 4...
Does anybody else want to add? Go ahead, DJ. Go
on. Is we're looking at the formula we use to calculate the score for the season. So we will be playing with that over the next few days to try and create something that focuses more on player achievement rather than time grinding out kills and hoarding cash. So we're going to tweak it slightly so it actually encourages you to spend your in-game cash to get better shit and kill zombies faster. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Brilliant. The idea being, I suppose, so we don't have somebody that sits on the server 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and has no chance of being caught by players that can only play a couple of hours a day, but are potentially better at the game.
Mr. Carroll. Sorry, guys, but yeah, so we're going to change it slightly, like DJ said, just because it's not fair for the guys who, have jobs and families and commitments and stuff that you guys physically can't be on as much. So we're looking at a new formula at the moment, just to make that as fair as we can, based on time played rather than... Sorry, based on time, how your time's used, rather than the amount of time you can play on that one. That's brilliant. Potter, one thing from you. Don't hold our breath for too long. We might have to ask Sandy to hide more bodies. Don't worry, we're already on Sandy's hit list. We have been since day one. She knows. Excellent. Lovely. Rust, says John. Yes, Rust is coming. It's along the same lines as Alpha 20. If I know when we get time, maybe one day. It's definitely on the cards. We've got the server set up, ready to go. We just need to actually figure things out on how we're going to run that one. Kate, Docs, again.
It's actually pretty close. It is pretty close.
Yeah, I think we just need to get over the last hurdle, really, don't we?
Yeah, pretty much.
Kate, on Docs, it's again, it's another thing. It's coming. As soon as we've stopped putting out fires with Ark, we'll probably turn our attention to Docs. And we've potentially going to put it on the new map that Wildcard's bringing out as well. So we'll let you know when we've made any decisions on that. But that's the penciled in for the time being.
It's essentially a matter of time and hours in the day. We've all got our lives to live as well as managing the servers, and so we have to put the stability and performance of the servers first, and then new content and features second, unfortunately. So with Ark settling down, we've got to the bottom of the crashes, we've got plans to speed it up. With 7 days, it's putting the new server manager in place in preparation for A20 to drop and future seasons. With Minecraft, it's been resolving stability issues and just getting the mod packs so they're running on their own. Then you've got all the additional content that will come for all of those games. And then you've also got additional games on top of that. So we have to manage our time very carefully. And the more, I suppose, the community can help in terms of responding to players in game, helping out with common questions, and generally just being supportive of what we do, that will give us more time to give you guys more content to play.
And not breaking it.
Yeah.
Don't break it, and we don't have to fix it, and then we can start working on new stuff. Kate, I completely get what you mean on that one. I think you've deleted the message. No, we don't have our own lives. We're all either married and or have kids. So no, we don't have lives. We gave those up a long time ago. Cool. Anybody, anything else before we wrap up for tonight? Well, in that case, guys, have a lovely night. Nani and I are going to probably either get the last bit of rest we're going to get for the next 3 days or get started on the server for 7 days for next season. And we'll catch you later on. Thank you very much for all your help and support, and we'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to play Phasma.
Excellent. Yeah, we're going to rest. Bye.